Hello and welcome. I am your host, the best podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. I'd like to thank our sponsors at Procyon Partners. Procyon, one of the top 50 fastest growing companies in the nation. They specialize in employee benefits, wealth management, and retirement planning. President Sean Rabinowitz, proud supporter of our podcast network and everything we do. Green Street Trust International, owned and operated by Rennell Jump and UConn legendary men's basketball player Jake Voskuhl. They specialize in tax plans for businesses large or small. They will save you money or get you a big fat return on your taxes. To schedule your free strategic tax planning session today, go to www.greenstreettrust.com. Pete Finch and the Finch Law Firm is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If you've suffered any type of personal injury, slip and fall, car accident, your mother-in-law ran you over with her car, your wife got angry one night and decided to stab you, the Finch Firm is for you. Pete has won legal battles all across the state of Connecticut. He will go to war to get every dollar you deserve in compensation. You just have to remember, in a pinch, call Finch or go to his website, thefinchfirm.com. Dynamic Human Performance is owned and operated by UConn legendary running back Andre Dixon. He trains boys and girls of all ages, all sports. He has a boot camp program 7 days a week, 6 a.m. You want to get in shape, you go to Andre. He has an athletic development program where he trains boys and girls in the sport of their choice from the ground up, helps them reach their full potential, be the best they can possibly be. Andre has sent boys and girls to college on scholarship for all different types of sports. To work with the best, he has a 5,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility in Hartford, Connecticut. Go to www.dynamichumanperformance.com. All right. And we are here for the next episode of the new smash hit, Barone Banter. Who would have thought? We had over 50,000 viewers on all platforms because Trisha and Eddie Barone are the definition of fun and entertainment. And here they are now, Mr. Eddie Barone, First Source's finest, Trisha Barone, Impact Woman of the Year candidate. We're going to make it a reality. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah. You guys broke the mold, I would say.
I can't
for a
believe
first
it.
episode. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. Could you?
I'm a little scared.
Lord knows what people are saying because we're clearly dysfunctional in the most functional way.
Everyone's dysfunctional. Nobody wants to see functional people. That's boring. Functional people are boring.
That's true. I
You
mean,
know,
that's what I think.
They want fun. They want entertainment. They want to see Christmas trees in their background.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
So just to clarify, this is a beech tree, which is why it's still up.
Beech tree. Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm ignorant to a beech tree.
Well, it means that it's all beech ornaments.
It's called an excuse to keep her Christmas tree up all year long, Steve. That's
it's not all year long. It's till it's to maybe March.
Seriously.
Maybe March time. Well, it's still yuck out and gray and dark, and it's the only thing that brings me joy.
I know. So little brings you joy. We'll go with the Christmas tree.
Well, and I've got my Mr. Brownstone, of course, and he's hanging out with us today, so he may be joining us at some point.
Yes, he'll make an appearance. He's always fun when he makes an appearance. So a lot of people want to know, you have a very unique chemistry, and it is something that would you say that I know. I mean, Eddie is a bleeding heart. Eddie worked his tail off. Eddie professed his love for you. The one of the highest viewership clips we got was the one with you tossing out this apology love letter. That was great. Was the chemistry instant, or would you say it developed over time?
I mean, you could call it chemistry or fire, whatever it is. But
I hate it.
It's
I mean, to be
instant for
very,
her.
very clear, I
Wasn't
think there's a fine line between love and hate, and this, and honestly, that was me.
I can't believe you say you hate
Well,
him.
I mean, I'm just saying
It's
that I
terrible.
really did not like him.
Wow.
I really didn't.
No, I know you didn't. That's
So-
hilarious.
Very clear, Steve. In front of apparently
He moved into your house. I mean, you couldn't get him out. And then he got a dresser. That was everyone was asking about that. He just showed up one day with a pickup truck and a dresser
Yeah, his
and
pickup
moved it
truck-
in.
He's got to be a doer,
Well, we say pickup truck, but it was an S10. First of all,
Okay.
Steve. Hey, it was big enough to put a dresser in.
and it was mostly blue with a red tailgate because he
Let's
couldn't
not talk about that.
because he couldn't he didn't have enough he needed to get to Wendy's in a hurry one day. So let's just say that
I backed out very quickly and hit a telephone pole. Thus the red tailgate.
so in addition
I've hit a million things. It's great.
in addition to everything else, he was trying to woo me with a half blue S10 Tonka truck and a red tailgate too. But it did do the job and it did pick up the tree.
And a lot of people had asked your family's impressions of each other when they got to meet the significant other.
My
How
family
would you
loved him.
Instantly.
Instantly loved him.
Yeah,
Well,
he
the
can-
trickery.
He can win anyone over. It's not trickery. It's not trickery.
Steve, they
He's-
have good taste.
Charisma. He's very charismatic.
That's right.
He can win people over. He knows how to read a room. That's why he's so good at his job. He can tell what people want, what they don't want. Type A, B, C personality, and then he knows how to treat them.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. That's what the man is a genius at. He can read the room.
You're giving
A
stuff.
giver of.
He's just a
Yes.
giver.
Yes, and that just disgusts you. That disgusts you because I mean you're people ask, would you consider yourself a feminist?
I mean, me?
Yes.
I mean,
Feminist, huh?
not really. I
I
mean,
don't think you are either.
yes
I
and no.
think you're
Yes and no.
ambitious. But
so what were we just watching last night?
Oh man.
Oh, I love 2.5 Men. That's what we're watching last night.
2.5.
I've watched
Men.
like every episode of 2.5 Men, and we will have it playing in our household all day long. I think
well,
it's
it is
hysterical.
the funniest show. Yes.
So
yes,
if
I'll
I was
give
a
you that.
feminist, I don't think I could probably watch that, but I think it is hysterical.
You got to take it at face value, right? It's like we don't believe in any of that, but the reality is, it's it's comedy. I mean,
Yeah, you got to laugh.
the entertainment, and that's all it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
but I will say that we're equals. That was what was important to me in our relationship, is that we're coming in as equals, and sometimes I have to check him
Equals. I don't know if it's equal, Steve.
because he thinks that his stuff is more important to my, and this has always been so we got to check each other because we're supposed to be equals. So that's what we.
I don't think there's ever an
We
equal
talk
man
about a
and
lot.
woman.
Yeah, I mean, I think Eddie comes off as such a sympathetic, lovable
Right.
figure.
That's true. See, at least Steve sees this.
Absolutely ridiculous. You're supposed to be
I'm not
the
saying
mediator here. You're not supposed to be one of his bras.
your audience thinks Eddie is such a very sympathetic, loving figure.
I think the audience
And
knows what the power
the work that he put in to win your heart, most guys would have given up in like a day. Some would have given up in minutes. This man went weeks, months, went into your apartment, stayed in your apartment, moved the dresser into your apartment. He drew you baths, anything you wanted.
He filled my cabinets with food.
See, look, she's even adding to that.
He made you. He had you eating. I mean, it's amazing.
Honestly, I was going to ask him to be my roommate.
Oh, see, now the truth comes out of this.
Because it was a 2-bedroom, and he knew about this. It was a 2-bedroom apartment. I was working literally 3 jobs at the time, And I was like, okay, I kind of probably need a little help here. But I was really stubborn and I was like, but it's my apartment. And I don't, it's
You didn't
mine.
want, yeah, you didn't want
Nope.
to take money. Yeah, I get it.
And so,
Because then if you take money,
really,
then you're acquiescing that he has a part in this.
because I was thinking of that because I was on the top floor of a ginormous house in South Utica, and the downstairs was completely empty. And so I was by myself in this big house, but in the upstairs apartment, and it was kind of lonely and, kind of in a weird part of town. It was kind of changing day by day. And so I was actually going to ask him to be my roommate. And then I didn't, but then he ended up becoming one anyways, even though I didn't ask him to. That's like the funniest part.
See, the universe wanted this. See, that's the way it works.
It's fate. Yeah, it was meant to be.
Yeah.
It was just meant to be.
Sure.
And that's the greatest thing. And other people ask because Eddie is very well known and everyone likes him. And you mentioned numerous careers before you ended up at First Source. Can you talk about some of those jobs that you had before you went to First Source?
Yeah, let's talk about the residuals.
Oh gosh, she's so funny. Listen, so you know what? We don't always get it right out of the gate, Steve. Let's be honest.
Oh, believe me, you're talking to the person who never got it out of the gate.
Yeah, I won't bore the audience with all of my jobs and adventures, but what I will say is I did start out as a school teacher. I taught elementary school,
which I love.
And
me too. I married a school teacher.
Yeah. So the interesting piece there is, it doesn't work out the way I'd hoped. And so I went into retail store management for the Men's Warehouse. I was, I worked in a veterinary clinic. I worked in,
insurance.
A
lot of insurance.
I left teaching to go to insurance. Trish wasn't very happy about that particular move.
He literally left his job when I was ready to give birth to our second child. He left his job and went to a commission only job. And I said, whoa, what are you doing?
So
we're about to have a lot of more diaper bills and stuff. It's not the time to go into a commission only.
Well, the insurance, I have an insurance guy as a sponsor. Yeah. And I know that he said the insurance test is not particularly easy. No. So Eddie dropped the retail.
He definitely
that's normal. That's normal.
By 1 point.
Oh my God! Don't make it like it's the bar. I mean, come on.
1 point.
It's like the bar exam here.
After I found out how, so your insurance guy can probably attest to the fact that the state tries to trick you.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
It's terrible.
How's it feel, Holmes?
And he said New York State is one of the hardest states to get licensed in.
I mean, listen, and they still make it, I have to renew my insurance license this March, actually. And honestly, it's no fun. You got to keep doing all the courses and paying.
Yes, the continued education.
And, I don't even practice, which is unfortunate. But the reality is that I did insurance for 5 years in healthcare. It was fine. And then I landed in medical staff recruiting for about 8 months in between.
Oh, really?
Had to get
I did something like that too. Did you do? Did you do like I recruited traveling nurses?
That's what I did. Travel nurses.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. And it was fun. I had a good time doing it. It wasn't exactly where I wanted to be, but in the time it was right.
Was it at Fortis?
It was Fortis.
I worked at Fortis. Eddie, in common.
Stop
How funny is
Jeremy,
that?
Jeremy.
We know Jeremy very well.
Great guy. So,
Jeremy Inc. Ask Jeremy. Jeremy adores me.
And I love Brandy.
Yeah.
Yes, they're great.
They changed the name, and I guess they're a different agency now. But
yes, they are. They sold it.
Was a good time, and great people. A lot of good connections in that. And now, after that, moved into the, I guess you want to call it the credit union movement. and have been loving life ever since.
And
it's a great place to be.
More business development.
Business development. It's where
focused.
I was supposed to be in business development. I think,
How'd you get that? Where'd you get that?
Oh, here we go. She's gonna take the credit. So she found this position with Empower out of Syracuse, Empower Credit Union, which was a great credit union, still is. They were very good to me. And I started with Empower doing business development, grew that footprint for them in the Utica, Albany region. And, First Source reached out to me with a great opportunity that I couldn't turn down after my 5-year at Empower. And, the rest is history. They are a phenomenal organization. They've given me many great opportunities. Leadership team's amazing at First Source. I won't plug them all day, but that's where I ended up.
No, I know.
And they just are a great community partner locally, and I've been very blessed. To be
yes, and my bank account is there. So if you can put some money in it, just let me know. And if I ask for like a $2 million loan, you can approve that, right? I mean, that shouldn't be a problem.
I mean, we'll do our best, right?
Listen, he's not in underwriting, just to be clear.
I'm kidding. I sent you a link down there, so if you want to share it with people, and then I texted you one as well. If you want to text it to anyone on YouTube that you want them to watch, so it's there. But yes. But I mean, all that experience that you had. I mean, I've always said this with sales. You're either born with it or you're not. I don't think it's something that can be learned. I think you either have it or you don't. Mm-hmm. And you clearly have it with your people skills. And then you got experience along the way in all these different professions and very difficult ones. I mean, insurance is very, very challenging. I mean, the guy that I do a show with, he is literally like, he goes door to door sometimes. He's on LinkedIn all day. I mean, he's always reaching out to people trying to find leads. It's not easy, and you really got to hustle. And then it's about having the connection that you develop with people to make them want to work with you. And I'm sure that's carried with you all the way to First Source, and why you have moved up the ladder and done so well there.
I think the reality, Steve, is it's I've always said, I
know it's a team effort.
What you're selling is yourself, right? You're in the people business, right? And people like doing business with people. And the reality is, I've always said, I just go out and try to do the right thing, right? And put your best foot forward. And people need to trust you. They're not going to buy something from somebody they don't like, right? Or they don't. Trust is huge, right? So you always go out with the intention of doing the right thing and not selling something just to sell something. And if it's right for people, I get behind it. And it has to be right for you, though. It's all about fitting someone's needs, right? And at First Source, I don't really sell anything at First Source other than the fact that the reality is you're just selling.
You oversee a team,
people, right? And, surround yourself with the right people. And I mentioned this last time. It's what I do is just I establish connections, and you keep maintaining those connections. And really, we just try to help people. And Trisha and I both do that in our professions. It's all about going out and doing the right things and trying to be good, right? Do good, demonstrate those values for our kids. And, you don't get anywhere by taking shortcuts. And I know some people
really don't
live by that. But the reality is, in the end, you have to do what's right, and you have to do those things and do what's right for people, right? And I don't know. I mean,
those are important values.
It's all about your core values, right? I'm not perfect. Trish isn't perfect. No one's perfect.
No.
Faults. I make mistakes all the time. Clearly, Trish has been highlighting them throughout these podcasts. So we all know I'm not perfect. But I will say that if your intentions are right and you try to do the right things, people see that, right? And you always want to be out there helping others.
And we're always trying to teach our kids like how to give back.
Yeah.
Like how
you mentioned that.
How to give back. Like you said, we're not perfect at all, but we do like to give back to the community, and
you always do.
And
you're always involved with fundraisers and nonprofits, and you're always trying to help them out, which I find admirable.
Give back in roles of roles of what do you call it? Not the tissue paper.
Toilet or paper towels.
Paper towels. Yeah, we can give back rolls of paper towels.
Bountiful. Bounty paper towel
Whatever they are.
squares.
I don't know.
Okay.
But so Trisha, what were your jobs before you ended up at Utica University or Utica College at the time?
Yeah, so I really, I remember I had graduated from high school on a Saturday, and I remember on a Monday, I had an appointment already made with Manpower at the time. Remember Manpower temp services? Because that was like the thing back in the 90s.
I
And
don't, but okay.
well, like just think of like Kelly Services, Manpower, temp agency.
Oh yeah, Kelly Services. They
Yeah,
always
like,
reach out to me. So that's like a agency that helps get you jobs.
yeah, it's like temp jobs. So,
Okay.
so
All right.
basically, I had an appointment like that Monday and did my typing test and did all these things and just started off with temp jobs in the business world because I just needed a foot in the door. I just needed to start somewhere. So I always did everything the difficult way. And I always went to college at night. And I had several major changes. So I was a college student
That's
at
normal
night
though.
for
That's not
10
unnormal.
years or more. And so, that was how I got my foot in the door, and that was how I got experience. So a lot of college students were, going to school during the day and having the traditional college experience, and I never did.
You were
I
doing
was
double
going to work
duty.
during the day, having temp jobs, getting all this experience, building my resume while going to college at night. And so I had a foot in already. And just kind of jumping around to different temp jobs, just wanting to be hired permanently. And so that did happen. And then that's how I started my career. And I actually started my career in insurance too, but it was at Commercial Travelers Insurance. And I remember I worked in the department for life insurance and accidental death and dismemberment.
Oh, I learned all about that now.
Yep. And so that was my break in the 90s. And
The
and
90s. Remember the 90s?
the 90s, yeah, the late 90s. And
Backstreet
so
Boys. Love
and
it.
then from there I just started getting roles as executive assistants to the presidents and CEOs. And then I had a few of those before I got into the college. And then when I started at the college, I was the executive assistant to the VP for advancement. And that's how I got my foot into fundraising. And I had to learn it all because I was doing it all. And that was really the beginning of my development and fundraising career. And that was back in 2005 is when I started that job.
Right. And
that's how long
you were
I've
for
been
20
in
years.
development work. It's just crazy. Yeah. So it's been 20 years, over 20 years. So yeah. And the rest
my good friend is the athletic director at Air Force. I worked with him at Holy Cross. He raised hundreds of millions of dollars to build an indoor facility. He raised hundreds of millions of dollars at Air Force. And I asked him about, fundraising. Like I said, Nate, I said, you're considered a fundraising expert, a genius, like you're a savant. What's the secret behind it? And he said to me that the biggest thing about it was making the donor understand that their gift is important. Their gift is well received.
Yes.
It's about the gift. It's about them. It's not about the amount or what they do. Right. You have to make them understand the importance of the gift and what they're giving. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. And I'm going to take it one step further. I think absolutely. But first you have to learn how that is meaningful to the donor. You have to tap into the meaningfulness, the connection, because it's not just trying to get a gift, but it's like, okay, what is meaningful to you?
Why does it matter?
We line you up to something, a fund that is meaningful to you. What is your why? Essentially, what is your why? And so once you find that through cultivation, through relationship building, you will find that, and then you really kind of come up with a plan of how you can connect them back to the cause, and how that makes them feel that connection. But
Right.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why it's like it takes time. You just don't want to just go ask
does.
somebody for a gift. You want to make sure it's meaningful for them. That
Yes.
connection is there.
Yes. Yeah. And it takes trust, and you have to make that connection, like you said.
Right.
But that's what people found really interesting, is that you're both amazing at that, it connecting and networking with people, and being very well liked. And you're a power couple. I mean, you both have very successful careers. You've built it over time, and you've done it with hard work. And then the other question became, when did you decide to have children?
Do you want the honest answer?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll take this one.
Please do.
So this one stems off another
Trickery
instance
where
my beautiful wife and I got myself into another situation at a holiday company party when I was back at the Men's Warehouse way back when. We had holiday parties. Remember that the businesses used to actually do those.
Oh my God. Do you remember George? What was his name?
George Zimmer.
George Zimmer flew us there on his private jet.
Yeah.
I remember this.
So our store won an award.
You remember George Zimmer will make you look good.
No, that's not what he said.
Wait, what did he say?
He said you're going to like the way you look.
You're going to like the way you
crap.
look.
Okay.
If you're going to quote him.
All right, mark it down on the calendar. Eddie's right today.
So anyways, our company, so our little store in New Hartford, that was my store. And I ended up managing that store for about 8 years, and we won a contest where he came and flew us from Texas he's from Texas in his private jet and took us to our company holiday party in Syracuse. So we dropped in on Rome at the Griffiths Air Force Base and took us on his private jet there, which was really cool.
Oh my God, I felt so special. Like all the champagne.
Not to go on the Learjet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were in, man. So Trisha and I and my team, my store team, and their dates, we're all in our
gowns.
It was pretty
we're
cool.
all like in our tuxes, and we are like living it up. Like we're thinking we're like the thing.
Yeah, we were rock stars.
Well, you
we're
are
rock stars for that 30-minute flight
Yeah,
to Rochester.
But so much fun. And anyways, the night, of course, was a very good time. I had way too much fun, and I got a little tipsy, and I probably said and did some things I shouldn't have done. And my wife wasn't extremely happy with me by the end of the evening.
Which is so messed up, because this is the night. Didn't you win the award that night?
I did. I won the manager's award for the Aloha Award, which is the highest award you can win as a manager in the company.
And just to clarify, where was that trip supposed to take place?
It's called the Aloha Award because you can choose to go to Hawaii.
Did we go to Hawaii?
No, we went to, where we go, Mexico?
We went to Jamaica. Which was awesome. But why did we not go to Hawaii?
Because I hate flying and I don't want to spend 18 hours.
That's a long flight. That's a long flight.
A Hawaii trip taken care of for us.
First of all, it
is a brutal flight.
Let's clarify this trip. They only give you X amount of dollars, and you can put it towards Hawaii.
I can make anything
was
happen.
Way more money. So we stretched our dollars a lot more in Jamaica. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no, Jamaica is much cheaper. Yes.
Listen,
Hawaii, Aloha,
the best trip.
We totally had the best trip.
So let's circle back to what the question was originally, because we don't want these viewers to be bored with us. And let's just talk about what happened. So why did we decide to have kids? Let's not say this out loud because my kids are home right now, but let's just say that we had gotten to a squirrel, and let's just say that we resolved it, but we had
to make it up.
A couple weeks later,
the way any couple would resolve it. It wasn't
absolutely.
I know.
Absolutely.
That night happened a couple weeks later. I know this because for a couple weeks I was like living it up. Because even I was with your sister, and your sister was like, "Oh yeah, I went out with Holly. I remember." And Holly was like, "Dude, I know you're really mad at my brother, but you're like the best sister-in-law ever. So try to forgive him."
The point is, we ended up resolving our differences and made up.
Yeah, that's a George Costanza special. Right? That's what he always talks about. Yes.
Yeah. So
you need it.
So we made up, and 9 months later, we had a beautiful baby girl.
Right. The tattoo artist, the one that's really good with the art.
Amazing.
Yes.
She's very talented, and
she came into this world angry, and she's still angry.
And we love her for that.
She's going to be 18 years old.
She's been less angry lately.
That is true. She's got
It's a teenager. It's a teenager. They're all angry.
She's got a really cute boyfriend right now.
Yeah, so she's
really good. Okay.
And so, yeah, everything is great. So, yeah, so that's where we started our journey with children. And, obviously, like dogs, you need another one, right?
Sure.
So we
You
had
gotta have
another
two.
one.
Yeah.
And he's amazing as well. He's 14. And, we've got
we're really blessed. We had no issues at all.
that's the blessing, right?
Having children, like at all. It happened very, very quickly for us. And we clearly did not think about what our procreation would do to the world. We clearly did not think of the ramifications of us procreating.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a lot of people had asked Trisha, how was Trisha like when she was pregnant? Because that must have been
I thought it was perfect.
interesting.
I mean, Trish wasn't bad as a pregnant person.
Oh, she wasn't? Okay,
It
good.
was okay. I mean, look, she went through a pregnancy during the hottest months of the year, so I got to give her a little credit. Both her kids are summer babies, so she really took one for the team twice, and I will give her that kind of credit.
In our first one, the one who came out very angry, who's still really angry to this day.
Not that angry. You're making her.
Well, she's not that angry
She's a
anymore.
good kid.
She is a very good kid, but she made her appearance. She was actually a couple weeks late.
Oh yeah,
in August.
she held on.
And I was ready to go in to get induced, and she ended up coming on her own. But then it was like a 24-hour situation, and then a emergency C-section because she was just like, and she was a big baby, big.
But let's just say she was born to good music. She was born to Mr. Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Jones from Counting Crows. Because I will say the one thing I was like when I was pregnant was that I planned everything.
Oh boy,
I had a birth plan file.
Steve, this birth plan was ridiculous.
Did you have like a Duma or whatever they're called? The midwife?
Nothing happened in my birth plan.
Nothing went right.
Not even the CD that I burned. Counting Crows was not even on the CD I burned.
This was just with the anesthesiologist.
This was like 24 hours later. I'm like, okay, it's time to get this thing out of you because, you put your time in, and then they switched to station to not my CD and Counting Crows, which is great.
It worked out.
So that you have a memory now for Counting Crows. Someone asked, did you go to Woodstock?
I did not make it to Woodstock, but you did.
So
I went to Woodstock too.
I snuck into Woodstock, and it was an interesting time.
It was wild, right?
I actually left work. I was working at Nice and Easy or Cliffs, or I think it was Nice and Easy at the time. And I just left my shift and didn't show back up.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, it's Woodstock. Like, you're never going to be able to do
Once
this.
in a lifetime.
I was assistant manager of the store.
Yeah.
And,
but it's Woodstock.
Let's be honest. They abused me. I mean, they were like, dude, you're like 18, 19, whatever I was.
I'm sure it was.
And they're like, you're going to work every shift imaginable, and we don't care if people call in. And for the record, I'm going to say that I'm not going to hate it because it's not from Cliffs. It wasn't Cliffs at the time.
the Cliffords live in our neighborhood. You want to hammer them?
It wasn't even owned by the Cliffords, I don't think, at the time. The good news is that I decided I wasn't staying, and I left because I was selling beer to everyone who was going there. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Of course.
Yes.
And everybody calls in at those places. Nobody wants to work. I mean,
no.
I was 19, 20. I don't even know what I was, whatever Woodstock was. And
99.
99. I was 19. 99. I literally graduated high school in 99. And so I literally stuck.
Well,
yeah, because it was the same way like me. It was crazy.
The important piece is I got to see Kid Rock in his red jumpsuit.
Wasn't he the best?
And I was there when Rage Against the Machine pretty much set the entire place on fire. So that was fun. And then I left.
Great. Yes.
I didn't want to get killed.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers, Rage. I mean, it was brutal. I
made a short stint appearance, and I pieced out of there because I knew it was a bad situation very quickly.
Oh yes. I was there during the riots.
I wanted to save my life, so I did. I left. It was really gross and muddy, and
it was very gross. The sanitary team quit after the first day. Yes,
it was stinky and smelly. It was not a fun place to be if you were just sober. I can tell you that.
Yes, it was not fun. It was not fun to be when you were sober. Now I was there, and I worked for Frank. Frank was one of the local vendors that got a spot there.
Oh God!
And he built his house off of his Woodstock profits, basically.
Oh, well, somebody's got to do it.
Because you were only allowed to sell like a certain item. Like each place could only sell a certain item.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
We sold, I think, calzones and wraps and baked potatoes. And then like everyone got pissed. That's the whole reason the bonfire started in the riot, because water costs like $6 for a bottle of water.
Well, that's what it was. Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't there.
Wild.
I watched the documentary several times because I also love Rage, and I you could see it with the documentary, like where it all went wrong.
Oh, and yes,
they asked for Rage to not go on the stage. They asked for them because they knew
they saw the people getting hot,
right?
Because
and
it
they
was
knew
5 days.
Happen. Yeah. And of course, like. They fed into it. I mean, this is who they are. Like this is their dynamic. This is their.
Oh yeah. It was them and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It just
100%.
And then you guys have to make appearances. You have to go to events because you're huge faces in the public. What is it like, the dynamic when you go to events and have to make appearances? Because you're always asked. I mean, you could go to something every night if you wanted to.
Eddie does go to most things almost every night. I'm a little bit more strategic now because I get
we have to be strategic. But the reality is here's what it's like, Steve. What it's like is this. Eddie, it's so good to see you. Where's your beautiful wife?
Yes.
That's what it's like.
Yes.
Every single time I go somewhere.
That's what you get.
Like, it's great seeing you, but where's your beautiful wife?
Trisha? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what it's like, Steve. That's the short answer.
Yeah.
Right. That's really what it's
But you know what I get though when he's not there is like, oh my God, I just saw Eddie. Oh my God, he's such a nice guy.
Oh, he's so charming.
Oh my God,
he's
such a nice guy.
Oh, I love him.
Trisha, Eddie loves you so much. He's so supportive of you.
That's right.
He's so good. He's just talking about you. And I'm just like.
That's all he talks about. Yes.
A vom. I'm just like.
It makes you want to vom. You are not a romantic. I love it. You are not a romantic. You don't like any of that romantic shit.
They can see how much I dote over
Eddie is a bleeding heart. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
Well,
so
it is the thing though with us. And we've always been like that though, because he's always been like the cuddler. He's
the sap. He's like me.
I'm like, I'll cuddle for 5 minutes.
And then I'm like, I want my own bed. Get away from me. Yes. I need my own room.
I'm
not a PDA
She made that very clear early in our relationship.
Oh, the PDA. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm half and half on that. I get annoyed with that sometimes.
Depends on what it is. I'm not going to.
I agree with you.
With her in front of like a group of people, but.
So like if you're walking and holding hand, that's like bad. You can't. No way. You're gonna get yanked away. No hand holding.
Sometimes it depends on the day.
Depends on where you are.
If he's nice to me that day, then I mean that's why I always say it. I'm like, Eddie, just imagine if you're nice this day. What could have happened tonight? Just imagine.
Good God.
Just be nice. You'll go to events, but you'll go mostly separately. You would say to events because of the kids
we only plan a couple together, Steve. I mean, I think it matters. It depends on what the mission is, right? We don't just go to events to go to events. There has to be a reason.
Of course.
We used to way back when we were trying to establish a name for ourselves. Everybody goes out to try to network and do their thing, but. The reality is that now we're more intentional about what we do. We really have tried to hone in on kind of what our passions are.
Yeah.
And, we do attend things for work, and so does she. But, I think at the end of the day, we still try to hold on to what is our core values and what we're going to go to. Because you can't go to everything, and you also need time to decompress, and you can get peopled out. And so we try to be, I hate the word to use the word strategic, but I think intentional. Intentional is about
you have to be strategic and you have to be intentional because you can't do it all. You can't do it all.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty with our community, though. I mean, there are events going on every single night. I mean, you can go to 3 events a night easily, 4 events a night easily. Yeah. I think we do go back to, like Eddie said, to our core values, but also supporting our local community in the small businesses
Yeah,
that
you
go
always do.
community. I mean, we're so about supporting our small businesses coming in.
Yeah, they're the backbone. I mean, we need to keep our small businesses charged and sustainable, right? I mean,
Now, Eddie, you had talked about the Heart Association and the volunteers needed. Can you talk a little bit about more about that? And
Yeah,
then we'll put a link to the website where people can sign up.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm working on the logistics committee for the American Heart Association's greatest heart run and walk. There's the expo on March 6th at the Clark Center at Utica University. That individuals, I'm looking for volunteers to help out, right, with the expo, but also with the actual walk and run day of on Saturday the 7th of March. And the expo is cool because there's so much going on the 6th, right? You got the treadmill challenge. If people want to start to raise money and team up and do kind of like a little battle with each other where they're on the radio. WIBX is doing taking calls where you can go head to head with somebody on the treadmill for 30 minutes to see who can raise the most funds and get the most phone calls. I love it. There's opportunities to take phone calls for donations that day, but really just go on the volunteer link, which I put on my Facebook as well, and on LinkedIn. But yeah, I'll share that link with you. But really, it's just about volunteers, and we're looking for volunteers. They're only 2-hour slots, so it's not like you're doing it all day. You get to pick the time slots of what's available. If you don't see a time slot available, that means it's really not available. But really, would love anybody who can come in and just give a little bit of their time. Honestly. We're not asking for donations. It's just time. So help out. If you can't, no big deal. There's always next year. But thank you for giving me that platform.
Yeah, give back. You're always giving back.
Yeah, I'll be there all day at the expo helping out. And then I'll be there actually representing First Source day of. We'll have our experience truck there for First Source on Heartbreak Hill, helping out the walkers and runners that day. So just cheering them on and giving out some goodies. So that's my plug. I love that you guys do that. Now, Trisha, you have a few things coming up. I'm pulling up this one first.
Absolutely. Yes.
This is the Wedding Expo.
You know it. So Feast and Festivities, we are hosting a Wedding Expo pop-up on Saturday, February 28th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we have contracted with Parish on Broadway across the street from City Hall in Utica for 3 of our upcoming events in February. At this Wedding Expo, we're going to have around 15 wedding vendors there. The way I'm designing this event is I would like to have only one florist there. I want one photographer, one videographer. Right. I want somebody to be able to come in and literally plan an entire wedding and walk out and not have that there are so many vendors and we're all competing against each other.
Do you need a videographer?
We are looking for a videographer. We are looking. So it's really funny. So this weekend, my team and I went out to Syracuse at the On Center on Saturday, and we worked this ginormous wedding expo. It's a New York State wedding expo. They do it in Syracuse, Rochester, in Albany. And so there were around 150 vendors there. There were over 1,200 people in attendance. Our booth was rocking it out because we brought the food. So we had a lot of tasty bites, fondue, lots of great stuff. And so we were able to connect with a lot of vendors there as well. So we have some follow-up to do with some vendors we met there, and also so many leads for so many different events and weddings, which is awesome. So more to come on what we need for vendors. But we did have some conversations with several vendors there, and we just need to follow up and confirm them in to the event. But we are looking for around 15 vendors. We've got 5 confirmed at the moment. That's going to be a great event. So we've got this, and then of course the other 2 events that I'm working on, the Murder Mystery, Dead Silent, and the Galentine brunch. So I was just saying to Eddie last night, I'm like, oh, the Heart Association, they have both the Barones involved this year with some things, which is amazing. So
double trouble.
Well, you did it last year as well too. You partnered with so many.
I didn't do the heart. We didn't do. I didn't do anything with the Heart Association last year. But
The heart run and walk, though, right?
he did it with a heart run and walk, and
Okay.
then you'll hear a lot about our cancer event that we do later on in the year, and we're going to start ramping up for that and the planning for that in the next couple of months. But for this year, for the Heart Association, I was nominated to be a Woman of Impact, and I'm one of 4.
That's what we're
women in
working
the
on.
area.
Yes.
Yes. And so it's a friendly competition between all of us. The campaign actually starts February 6th.
Right.
And what I am doing as part of that campaign is I have it where some partial proceeds from this murder mystery event that is taking place on Friday, February 13th at 7 p.m. at Parish on Broadway. Some event proceeds will be going towards the Go Red for Women, Women of Impact campaign.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Heart Association. And then if you want to flip to the Galentine's brunch.
Absolutely.
We also have this going on, and I've got some event proceeds also going to the Heart Association Go Red for Women, Women of Impact campaign. And this, I'm so excited for this event because this Galentine's brunch, it will take place on Sunday, February 15th. And we have 2 seating times, one from 10 to 12, the other from 12:30 to 2:30. This event is really about the ladies and the gals. It's about carving out time for women to just take a break and hang out with their besties and their loved ones. So for both seating times, it's a 2-hour seating time. It also includes open bar. So we'll be having some really fun mimosas and signature drinks for Galentine's. It is a full spread buffet. And when you go onto the Eventbrite link, all of this information is there for that. Limited seating for both times. And what I'm really excited about is in the next room, we are going to have a pop-up experience for the ladies. So I'm going to have a chair massage there for Worthy. I've got Gina Guidera there for skincare. I've got Zaida there with her Arbonne. And so much of that is skincare and other event or other ladies like, merch. I've got Melissa Lennon there for some jewels. Heck yeah. And I'm so excited. I've got a couple other vendors there as well. I've got a florist that will be there with a flower bar so the ladies can make their own bouquets. I've got Heather Evans there from the Heart Association. She'll be there with a CPR dummy to help with educating CPR for people that want to learn how to do that. I am going to be raffling off a basket for the month of February through thanking Anita Amadon from Laser Spa. This basket, Laser Spa basket, is going to be worth around $600. Within that basket will be a $500 gift certificate for a service at Laser Spa. I'll be raffling that off the whole month of February for proceeds to go back to Go Red for Women, for the American Cancer, or for the Heart Association. Keep doing that. I'm so sorry.
I'm so involved in our ride.
I know. I keep doing that for the American, but no, the Heart Association.
All starts with American.
I know it does. And so Eddie doesn't know it yet, baby. You don't know it yet, but I'm going to have you.
Eddie does it all. Yeah, Eddie can call whatever he wants.
So at that brunch, I have arranged for their mascot.
Is this what Marie was talking about with this heart costume?
Okay.
We out of time.
No, okay, almost done. So for this event, what Eddie doesn't know yet, so he knows now. So I had them find their mascot. Their mascot's name is Ticker. Ticker is a big heart walking around. And so I'm going to have Eddie in the heart mascot for this brunch walking around, and you're going to be giving out some things to some attendees for the brunch. And hey, maybe people want to take pictures with you. I don't really know.
That was my free Saturday.
Well, no, I sent you the calendar invite that you needed to be there. You just didn't know why.
You send each other calendar invite.
I can't function.
This is the only way I keep him in check.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I don't get an attitude when I need him to do things. I just send him a calendar invite so he can process what I want or need him to do before he accepts it. this is what works for the Barones, because when I ask her to do something, it's never the right time.
She sent me an invite this morning to clean something out of the garage. Like, that's what she sent me, Steve. Like, these are the dumbest things ever. And you should
Clean something out of the
we
garage.
didn't even get to the question I wanted to pose today, but we will next time, because just to see how ridiculous some of her requests are.
I think this is a right way to communicate when you're 20-something years in, because I don't want the attitude of, Jesus Christ, can I just have a break? You asked me to do. And this way, he gets a calendar invite. Exactly. He can read it. He can process it before he even accepts it.
Talk about trickery. She didn't even tell me why I was receiving the calendar invite. Now I'm going to wear a heart costume. This is ridiculousness.
I haven't had time to talk to you about it.
Right.
I just have to ask a couple of questions. Like I mentioned, my friends really enjoyed the show, and they wanted to know if I broke anything at your house. And I didn't, right? I didn't break anything. I didn't fall. I didn't do anything.
Well, we
don't know if you did it.
There are things in the bathroom that were broken. We don't know who broke them, but
one of our wall hangings was definitely ripped off the wall.
It wasn't the toilet or the towel holder.
The wall hanging.
Or the wall. Yeah, not the paper towels, the hand towel.
Well, that's always going to be ripped off. That's
that was ripped off the wall, but
everything's.
We don't know who.
We're not.
And I didn't spill anything either, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, I don't really know.
Yeah,
I think you probably were pretty on your best behavior. I thought you were great.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a lot of broken things in our house. So one time, what was frustrating, because we just expect things to be broken. It's okay, and I'm a walking disaster, so I break everything all the time, anyways, or spill every drink, for sure. But there was the one where we had a hanging or something above our toilet, and something the next day, our whole toilet top was shattered, the porcelain.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't find.
I still haven't fixed that.
We couldn't find a thing to fit the toilet, so I have a towel over it now. But if you were to remove the towel, you will see
there's a hole in the
shattered porcelain top, and that was from one of our parties, but not from the one that you're at.
We don't know how that happened. You have to do some really.
I don't know. I don't really know what happened, but
all right. Let me play one video from our sponsor, and we'll finish up. Finally, we have James Whitfield of Luther James Insurance. For the last 3 years, James has dedicated himself to the art of financial services. He specializes in life insurance and insurance policies. He will save you money, make you a boatload of money, and do so tax-free. He also specializes in retirement planning because we know the stress that goes into thinking about retirement. How much am I going to need? For how long? Do we have enough? Because fear of the unknown is real. To contact James, go to www.lutherjamesinsurance.com. So how do you guys feel that you are now podcast stars? Like you built an audience. Like you had the largest audience ever that I have had on a first episode. That is incredible.
Wow, that's insane.
How many do we have?
We had about 50,000 between all the platforms. We
I
had
don't know why
30,000 just on YouTube.
That's
crazy. I have no idea why.
I don't know.
You got over like 800 likes too, which is even more impressive.
Maybe people are bored.
I think people just need an outlet. I think that's what it is. They need an outlet, and maybe we make them feel better about their lives.
Well, yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
That's probably
true.
That's probably true.
It's the dynamic. It's the dynamic, and like I said, if you look up in the dictionary, fun and entertainment, they're the Barones. My friends also wanted to know, will I ever be invited back to your house again?
Absolutely.
So far, I mean, we can't prove that you broke anything. So yeah.
All right. We're on a roll.
You're gonna come to our next shindig, which will be in the summer.
Summer one's the good one.
Yes, I can't even imagine. I can't wait for that one. Yeah. But you guys dominated. You made it through your second episode. We got everything in. Eddie, I will put up the link for the volunteers for the American Heart Association.
Thank you.
And we'll get that for you. And Trisha will put these events up. So we'll have people to go. Vendor wise, I may have a videographer for you.
Okay.
And if there's anything that Frank can do, just let me know and I will tell him and I'll make sure he's there for you.
All right. Amazing. We love Frank.
Good man.
And as far as the Women of Impact, the fundraising,
Yes.
I'll ask you about that after.
Okay.
But so for Trisha Barone, Eddie Barone, this has been a Barone Banter. We are killing it. I'm Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges, throw them right back at life.